Are you from the stars? In the next few minutes, I will discuss the truth about starseeds, the secrets from the cosmos, why we are seeing so much news about UFO sightings, and near the end, I'll share a couple of quick processes, simple ones that you can use to discover what your starseed origins are. And by the time that we're done with this video, you will know whether or not you are indeed a starseed. So the first order of business is to separate UFO myth from UFO fact, phony aliens from true aliens. And a lot of you have heard of Project Bluebeam, but if not, it's a conspiracy theory, but one that's gaining a lot of support, and there's a lot of, well, circumstantial evidence anyway that supports it. And the idea is to create an illusion that we're under some kind of alien attack. So there's phony disclosures that are precisely timed through the governments, and these are orchestrated by those powers that control the governments and want to centralize everything. They want to control humanity, basically. So they'll use things like drones or holographic images. But the idea is they want to create this illusion that these UFOs are menacing and are a threat to safety here on Earth. And that will give them further license to control and to dictate and to centralize governments and powers, basically to take more of our rights away and to control things even further. Now that said, true UFO sightings and true alien encounters are also on the rise, and perhaps these agendas are to distract us from that fact also, because there's a lot of advanced civilizations that are working with humanity now because we are on the threshold of a great awakening. It's kind of like in Star Trek, approaching warp capability, or the ability to transcend time and space, as it were. So we're attracting a lot of attention from more intelligent beings from far away. When I talk about starseeds, in essence, we're all starseeds because all evidence points to us being a seeded species from somewhere out there about 200,000 years ago, when we went from protohuman to modern human, and about a third of the genomes cannot be traced to anything terrestrial. But when I'm talking about starseeds, I'm talking about those of us that have more affinity with our connections to other stars and other star systems that are really here working with the extraterrestrials to assist humanity in this spike of awakening, this spike of evolution that's happening that's beyond anything we've seen in known history. And I identified two different types of starseeds personally, the old souls and the new souls. And the old souls have been reincarnating over and over again since the beginning of the cycle of humanity, and have been working and developing so that we can be of service during these times of great awakening. But there's also the new souls, and those are beings that are from another planet or another star system. They never incarnated, or maybe incarnated once here on Earth. And those are very powerful starseeds. Those are especially powerful. And even the new starseeds, we have to go through the process of being human. In other words, we come into a human body, we forget who we are as starseeds, and then through our spiritual growth and our self-discovery, we start to put the pieces together and begin to remember. Research has been done, usually by putting people under hypnosis. Dolores Cannon is the most well-known person that's done that. But they've used a very large sample size and found remarkable consistencies amongst the encounters. People that have been not abducted, but taken aboard crafts, or have seen aliens or have encountered them for various reasons, and much consistency. And based on that, we can have a pretty good idea that there are many different alien races that affect us, over 100, and there's remarkable consistency amongst experiencers put under hypnosis about who the different extraterrestrial beings are, what these star beings look like. So there's a big consensus on what different star beings look like the Pleiadians look different from the Arcturians, they look different from the Lyrans. Let's jump into the starseed traits. If you have more than half of these, chances are that you too are a very powerful starseed. You've always been wise for your years. You don't feel alone in the cosmos, that you gaze at the stars a lot. You don't feel like Earth is home. You don't generally fit in with a lot of what goes on here in groups and stuff like that. You're probably not drawn so much to organized religion, but more towards spirituality. You're probably not materialistic. You have psychic abilities, including telekinesis, the ability to see or to sense spirits or energies and energy fields. You have the ability to project energy and heal with your hand, with your mind and your intention. That you're a natural empath, you're very empathic, you're very compassionate, and probably can understand why people can be so cruel and uncaring. That you find or believe or feel that you're on an important mission here. Animals, babies are drawn to you. You tend to be a human lie detector. You're sensitive to overstimulation, loud sounds, scary movies, and all that stuff. You tend to be somewhat introverted, maybe even a loner, but you're very drawn to nature and you can feel and communicate with nature. You can communicate with animals. That you love shows like Ancient Aliens, or you love real psychics or real witches and stuff like that. And that you feel energy, you sense energy, and you know or you're aware that you have guides or beings around you. And you sense extraterrestrials. Maybe you see extraterrestrials. Maybe you see orbs. You get a lot of orbs on photos. And there's others, but if you can claim most of these, or even like half or more than half, and you know what, you can jot down in the comments if you have any other things that I'm missing. But here are some signs. Now, there's some exercises that you can do to discover what your extraterrestrial, what your starseed origin is. Like I know that I'm mostly connected to the Arcturian, but I'm also connected to Vega and the Lyran system. That's where the cat and the lion people from. I think it's Vega, but I know it's in the Lyran star systems. And I had a Siamese cat named Strephon growing up, and through that cat saved my childhood, by the way, I might add, my best friend growing up. And through him, I became aware of like extraterrestrial, like beings that had feline faces and human body. My parents thought I was crazy, but anyway, be that as it may, there's ways that you can do this. And one way is to meditate. Always meditate. So get very relaxed, very present. Set your intention to actually visually see, or just know in your mind, if you're not visual, images of your extraterrestrial origin, what they look like. So when you go into this meditation, you get really, really relaxed, tune into your breath, set the intention. It may not happen the first time, it may not happen every time, but keep doing it and it will happen. And whatever images that you imagine or that you see, now if you're present and you're not in your thinking mind, anything you get comes from spirit, not your imagination, not your ego. So the act of getting present separates you from your personal self so you can receive more from spirit. So as that happens, what images comes to you? Some beings are blue, some are silver, some look more like us, some look very different than us. But trust what you get. And then you can maybe go on the internet and do a little bit of research and see if you can locate that image. And then you'll have an idea of what your starseed origins are. So if you're not visual, or if you want to try something else, there's a very powerful meditation. And that's going to be on this video over here. So check out this video next. That's a guided meditation. They'll take you to where you are from, what star system that you are from. And that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you at the next video. Namaste, Starseeds.